mining and herbing sucks, or does it? So I've been hearing a lot of doom and gloom when it comes to gathering in the war within. Quite a few people coming to me saying they can only get like 10k or less gold per hour when they're out doing herbalism and mining, running the routes, and they're not really to be able to get anything more than that. At the same time, I have people coming to me who are saying they don't have a full setup, they don't have all the rare profession gear and stuff like that, and they are managing to get 25k plus an hour on the EU. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to have a look at this myself to see what sort of numbers I can get as a very novice gatherer, because I thought it'd be fairly representative of what most people can get if I can farm at that level. Because as you know, if you've seen me on stream or anything like that, I'm a pretty crappy farmer. So if I can do it, then I'm sure most of you guys can do it as well. Now, the whole reason I kept this character up, the mining and herbalism character, keeping him up to date, the only reason I really did it was so I could do this sort of testing if I needed to. If you guys are coming back and saying, how's this going, mining, herbalism, stuff like that. So that's basically what I've done here. Now, we all know prices have come down a lot in the last few months, so it's definitely affected the gold per hour that you can get from farming. But like I said, let's see what we get. Now, when I did my initial mining and herbalism videos, I did a video with just trying out 3 of the routes. I think I was getting like 35 to 40,000 gold per hour, but that was several weeks ago. At this point, like I said, we're not expecting to hit those numbers today. Now, I did the farm in northern Hallowfall. This is the one that I always run around the 3 islands. It's a very short route. It's pretty brain dead, very easy to run. No issues with that sort of thing. You don't need to be an expert to do it or anything like that. It was definitely, out of all the farms I did previously, it was definitely the easiest one to be able to do for basically anyone. Now, we also did have a boss up here as well, so there was more traffic in the area than I'd seen before. That potentially affected the number of nodes I was seeing, but to be fair, it probably didn't have that much of an effect. I sort of didn't feel like it was that much different, but that guy was there and there was a lot more people in the area than usual, so potentially sort of had a little bit of an effect on that. I died twice, took breaks, and managed 16k an hour. Now, in addition to all that, I didn't do any pool fishing either, which some of you that are making really good gold per hour are saying this is sort of really boosting that up by doing that at the same time you're doing the mining and herbalism. So yes, this testing did take place in the US. We know we have slightly higher prices on the US region, but a lot of you guys are coming to me and saying, I'm getting this sort of 25k, a little bit higher per hour, are actually doing it on the EU. And a lot of people have been coming to me and they've not even been running the full specs, to be honest, and they're managing to get those numbers. Now, the only conclusion I can come to after this testing is that those that are only getting 10k an hour can just simply not have their profession up to date. So at this point in the expansion, you should have all rare profession gear, all of it, and you should have over 300 knowledge points on both herbalism and mining. And if you do not have that set up, then that is probably the issue as to why your gold per hour is low. It's not so much an issue of mining and herbalism sucks. It's an issue that your profession is behind the curve, and because of that, you are not getting the same gold per hour as those that are keeping up with it. And like I said, some people are getting much higher numbers than me, and I can believe that because, like I said, my time spent farming this was not fantastic, and I could easily have got much higher numbers if I hadn't had all the issues that I did have. Now, I know this probably doesn't help a lot of you guys with the conclusions I come to. If you really do have that full setup and you're only getting 10k an hour, then I really don't know what to suggest. But if you are only getting that 10k an hour and you don't have that setup of all your rare profession tools, 300 plus knowledge points on both your mining and herbalism, that could potentially well be the thing that's sort of bringing your gold per hour down. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.